Welcome or welcome back to English with Mrs. Singh. Today we are going to be looking at sentences and the different parts that a sentence has. Alright, so let's jump into it. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words put together that gives a complete thought. It must make complete sense. All right, for it to be a sentence, it has to make complete sense. Now, a sentence is made up, a complete sentence is made up of a subject and a predicate. Now, let us explore a subject. The subject of a sentence can either be a noun, a pronoun, or a noun phrase. We'll soon get into what those are. All right. So the subject, what does the subject do? The subject tells what or whom the sentence is talking about. All right. And the predicate tells something about the subject. The predicate includes a verb or the verb and everything that follows. All right. Now, the predicate also tells what the subject does with an action verb or describe the subject using a linking verb. All right. Now, the predicate or predicate can either be a simple predicate, it can be a complete predicate, or it could be a compound predicate. Let's get into what each of these are. Alright, so I went ahead and rubbed the bottom part of the board and wrote these sentences on the board. Now, let us first look at our subject, right? Now, we already concluded that a sentence can either be a noun, a pronoun, or a noun phrase. So, let us now explore sentences that have three of these. Alright. Number one says, Johnny walked to school this morning. Now, in the sentence, our subject is Johnny. In this sentence here, our subject, Johnny, is a noun. So we see where our subject is a noun. Number two, or 1b, says, they walked to school this morning. Now, we said that a subject can be a pronoun. In this sentence here, they is a pronoun. So we see here where our subject, they, is a pronoun. Now we say that it could also be a noun phrase. Let us look at 1c. The Indian children walked to school this morning. In this sentence here, our noun phrase is the Indian children. All right, so let us go ahead and underline each part of our subject here. So our subject, a noun, Johnny, pronoun, they, noun phrase, the Indian children. All right, so now we're going to be taking a look at our predicate, our simple, complete, and compound predicates. Okay, let us now take a look at our different types of predicates. Simple, complete, compound. 2a, Johnny cried. This here is a simple predicate, right? Cried. Number 2b, the cat slowly ran towards the fish. This is a complete predicate. And 2c, she laughed at the dog's tricks and decided to adopt him. And this now is a complete predicate. Let us now identify the different parts. Let us identify the predicates in this sentence. So 2a, Johnny cried. What's our predicate? Now remember, our predicate must always begin with a verb. All right? So what part of this sentence here is a verb? Cried, because this part is showing the action. All right? So cried here is our verb. This here is our simple predicate. Number 2, the cat slowly ran towards the fish. Now, what part of the sentence here begins with a verb? Let us see. The cat slowly ran towards the fish. What's our verb? Ran. So our complete predicate here is ran towards the fish. All right. Now compound. Our compound predicates. Now what are compound words? Remember that compound words are words that are joined by conjunctions, right? So in the sentence here, our conjunction is and. So this is what caused the predicate to become compound. So what part of our sentence here begins with a verb? Laughed. In this sentence, laughed is our verb. So our compound predicate is laughed at the dog's tricks, decided to adopt him. So all of this section here is our compound predicate. All right. So now we're going to now look at some sentences where we identify the subject and our predicate. So let us recap this before we take it off. Johnny walked to school this morning. Johnny is our subject and Johnny is a noun. They walked to school this morning. They is our subject and they is a pronoun. The Indian children walked to school this morning. The Indian children is our subject and it is a noun phrase. All right? Our predicate can be simple, complete, or compound. Simple predicate, cried. It is simple because it is just the verb. It's just the verb that is there. So it's just our subject and our verb that is there. So it is simple. The cat slowly ran towards the fish. Ran towards the fish is our complete predicate. She laughed at the dog's tricks and decided to adopt him. Our compound predicate that is made compound by the conjunction and. All right, so simple, complete, compound. Noun, pronoun, noun phrase. Now we're going to be looking at sentences where we identify the subject and the predicate. And we're going to state whether the predicate is simple, complete, or compound, and if our subject is a noun, pronoun, or a noun phrase. Okay, so let us now take a look at these sentences and identify the different parts. We're going to be identifying the subject and we're going to see if the subject is a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase. And we're going to be looking at the predicate and decide whether the predicate is simple, complete, or compound. All right, let's get into it. Mary goes to the pool on Wednesdays. Mary in the sentence here is our subject, right? Now, Mary is what part of speech? Is it a noun? Is Mary a noun? Is Mary a pronoun? Or is Mary a noun phrase? No, Mary is a noun. So, we see here, Mary is our noun. Now, what's our predicate? Now, remember that our predicate must begin with a verb. All right. So, in this sentence here, what's our verb? Now, remember, we have two different types of verbs. We have action verbs and we have auxiliary verbs. Now, what part of the sentence is showing some sort of action? Goes, right? So goes is our verb. So all of this part here is our predicate. Now, is this predicate simple, complete, or compound? Let us see. Does this have any form of conjunction? No. Does it just end with a verb? No, it doesn't. So therefore, this part of the sentence here is a complete predicate. All right, so this is our complete predicate. All right, he likes to read. He likes to read. He is what now? Is it a noun, pronoun, or noun phrase? Now, what are pronouns? Pronouns are words that take the place of a noun. All right, so he is a pronoun, likes to read. What he is doing? He likes to read. So this part of the sentence here is our predicate because likes is our verb. All right, so all of this part here is our predicate. Is it simple, complete, or compound? No, because it doesn't just end with our verb here. It has additional information here. So the additional information that is given makes it a complete predicate. So we have another complete predicate here. Complete predicate. He sings. He is another pronoun and sings is our verb. So is this simple, complete, or compound? It is simple because we only have our verb here. So we have a simple predicate. Jessica really liked the piece of art because it reminded her of her childhood. Now, Jessica is a noun because it's naming a person. Now, what part of this is our predicate? Now, remember our predicate begins with what? It begins with a verb. So, here is our predicate. What type of predicate is this? Is it simple, complete, or compound? Let us take a look. Liked the piece of art because it reminded her of her childhood. Now, we see here, Jessica really liked the piece of art. The sentence could end there, right? And it would make sense. Jessica really liked the piece of art. Complete sentence, complete thought. It reminded her of her childhood. That's also another complete sentence. All right? But we have the insertion of because. Now, what is because here? Because is a compound word. All right? It's a conjunction. So, we have the addition of a conjunction in the sentence. Now, this conjunction comes here now and put two sentences together. So, it is doing what? It is compounding this part of the sentence. It's compounding our predicate. So, this is a compound predicate. That's a compound predicate. The beautiful duckling is playing in the water. The beautiful duckling is playing in the water. Now, Where is our subject? What is the sentence talking about? Is the sentence talking about water? Is the sentence talking about playing? No, the sentence is talking about the beautiful duckling. So, our subject in this sentence here is the beautiful duckling. Now, is it a noun, a pronoun, or a noun phrase? It's not a single word, so you can't just look at it and say it's a noun. But it's not a pronoun because it's not replacing any nouns. So here we have a noun phrase, right? It's a noun phrase. A noun phrase, it has an article. It has this part here, which is behaving as a adjective that is describing our noun, the duckling. So this here is a noun phrase. Now, what part of this sentence is our predicate? The part that is our predicate is playing in the water. Now, look at this sentence carefully. Is a verb. But what type of verb is it? It's an auxiliary verb. It's doing what? It is helping out the action verb, which is playing. So, is playing is our entire verb here. So, all of this here is our predicate. Is playing in the water. But what type of predicate is it? Is it simple, complete, or compound? Does it have a conjunction? Does it end with just the verb? No. So, it's a complete predicate. Complete predicate. All right. So, let us recap what we did today. We looked at the parts of a sentence. But first, we defined a sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that we put together and it gives a complete thought. It makes a complete thought. It makes sense by itself. Now, a sentence, a complete sentence, must have two very important things. What are those things? It must have a subject and a predicate. Now, a subject can either be a noun, a pronoun, or a noun phrase. Now, our predicate can either be simple, complete, or compound. Now, we have other parts of our predicate, but we're not going to get into that today because our predicate could also include objects and complements and those lovely things. But we're going to just relax with these three that we have here today. All right, so it can either be simple, complete, or compound. Now, our simple predicate are those predicates that just end with the verb. She sings, she plays, she dances. All right? So, yes. And then our complete predicate is that part of the sentence that has the verb and have more information to it. But it doesn't include a conjunction. While, on the other hand, our compound predicate is that part of the sentence that begins with the verb and it also has a conjunction that joins two different sentences. So it joins two different clauses. All right? So, or two different predicates rather. So, these are some sentences that we went through. Mary goes to the pool on Wednesday, and we concluded that Mary is a noun and goes to the pool on Wednesday is our predicate, and this part here, goes, is our verb And remember that our predicate must always begin with a verb. So once again, simple predicate, just the verb. Complete predicate, the verb and additional information. Compound predicate, the predicate with conjunctions, joining two different predicates. All right, so that's the end of today's lesson. Please give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful to you. All right, and don't forget to subscribe. It helps a sister out, okay? So subscribe to this channel so that I can be able to provide more information, more videos such as this one. Now, check out the rest of the videos if you have not yet done so. And thank you so much for making it English with Mrs. Singh. Have yourself a lovely day.